What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and I'm sorry to report, folks. Sorry to report, but the Dent streak version 9 is dead yet again. That's right. Our boy Phil decided to play another boring JRPG, which it doesn't matter. Everything Phil plays is boring because he makes the game boring, and couldn't get support on his stream. That's right. Sadly, the Dent streak is dead yet again. But of course, he wants to continue this nonsense and keep beating a dead cat. That's right. Anyway, let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
First stream today was the Metaphor ReFantazio demo continuing. It was the third time I played it, second actual day, because the first day I played it all day long, one day last week. We got about 3 more hours into it, so we're about 7.5 hours into this demo, and we got a good chunk through the story, recruited a new party member, and we're about to head into what people are saying is the end game of the demo. But then people were like, well, you can do this optional dungeon. So we spent time actually unlocking the optional dungeon. Then we ran out of time. So here's the deal about Metaphor. I personally really like the game. I think it's on par with, if not better than, Persona 5. I'm serious. Like, the graphics, the gameplay elements, the atmosphere, the music, the story. I actually like the story much better than Persona because it doesn't have that teen, angsty plotline involved. Instead, it's more just kind of like serious business fantasy stuff with a lot of world building and lore. So I'm really liking it. But here's the problem. My audience over the years has gravitated away from JRPGs, period. At this point, it doesn't even matter what the JRPG is, whether it's Like a Dragon, whether it's Final Fantasy, whether it's something from Atlas like, Persona or Metaphor, whatever it may be. I just can't seem to retain any audience for JRPGs. Case in point, today, we barely had 200 viewers for this. And it's like, dude, it's a hot new game. People were asking me for months if I was going to play it, and I was like, I don't know, I'm on the fence. Then the demo comes out, and I'm like, I'm all for it. Let's play the demo and try it. Where is everyone? People avoid JRPGs like the plague for some reason. I just don't understand it. I find them chill, fun, great opportunities to be interactive with my audience, yet it seems like people don't want to take that opportunity. They're looking for other kinds of content for some reason. Today, we, after having hit both King streaks yesterday, we didn't hit it on the Metaphor stream. Not a bad stream, by the way. I want to say we got about $80 of support. That's not me complaining. That's a good stream. But yeah, Metaphor never seems to hold water, just like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth couldn't, just like the other JRPGs couldn't. So it's a pattern now. This is not, it's happened once or twice. It's been happening every time I play a JRPG. We're seeing the same result. So here's the deal. I'm going to beat the demo. I'm going to play it again for sure. I think this coming Friday as the day stream. And I want to beat it. So if we do this optional dungeon, we're not done and we need another stream to do it, maybe a night stream, I'm beating Metaphor's demo, all right? I'm at least giving it that much of my time. But after that, it's going to be a hard sell, man. It is. It's just going to be a hard sell for me to buy it, play it, and there's going to be other games out you guys are going to be yelling at me to play. And I can barely get 200 viewers, and I don't get nearly as much support for these games. I just don't know what else to say or do, because people are like, well, just play what you want. Like, listen, if I just played what I wanted, all right, my schedule would be a lot different. You'd find a lot more laid-back games. I'm serious. Like, Soulsborns are fun. I'd like to play like one a year. I don't want to play stressful games all the time, right? I don't. I would definitely, you'd see more JRPGs and more laid-back chill games in my rotation. The problem is when I play those kind of games, I just don't get a lot of viewership. And so I got to play what makes money. Why? Because this is not my hobby where I hang out all the time. This is my job. This is how I support my family. I can't say, I have the freedom to play whatever I want. I don't. I really don't. I am beholden to the viewership. You guys, through your actions, dictate what I'm going to play. It's that simple. Okay? So, I love Metaphor, but after I finish the demo over the next week, I just don't know if I'm getting the full game. Maybe we can get some feedback on this. I mean, even people in the chat are like, yeah, dude, we like seeing you play it, but look at us. There's 200 of us, barely. And we can't, we can't be supporting you constantly. Just the 200 of us, you can't get more people than this, then you got to do something else. What else can I do? I listen, and that's that. All right? So, I'm disappointed, admittedly, but we'll see what happens with that in the next week as I finish the demo.
All right, so essentially, tips, where are they? That's what our boy Phil is saying here. If there's no tips, there's no game. I want to address a couple. First of all, Phil, you don't have a family. You have a horse and a cat. You have zero family. That is not the definition of a family. Maybe if you had some sexy time with cat, maybe you can produce an offspring of some weird kind of whatever. Then you can come back and say family, okay, Phil? But at this current point, you have a couple creatures at your home. Okay, so you support a couple creatures, which you've actually said yourself. The other thing too, Phil, is it doesn't matter what game you play. You make every single game boring. And I love when you sit here and you actually fucking have the nerve with a straight face to say, you don't like playing stressful games? They're video games, Phil. They're supposed to be challenging for a reason. They're supposed to stimulate something in your mind. They're supposed to get you to think. They're not supposed to be... Not every game can be Sonic, Phil, where you just run around and collect fucking coins, okay? God, you are so fucking lazy. And by the way, yep, there's new merch there in the background. Derek, our boy Derek, is sporting the Kuma Mania shirt. That's going to be coming out soon, folks, to Duty's new merch store. Anyway... yeah, and of course the the Dent streak ended at 2. That's how it's just gonna be for you, Phil. You just need to suck it up. Or again, like I've stated for the last 4 or 5 versions of the Dent streak, you need to move on. You need to stop beating a dead cat, and you need to move the fuck on. Find some other scam. It's over with, man. No one cares. You had 200 people watching that stream yesterday. Even your WWE Champions stream at night got like 300 people to watch it. And the only reason why you hit the tip goal was because NDO decided to be his stupid whale self and drop $100 cash, $100 tip, which we'll get into because you're going to talk about that now. Yeah, it's you, Phil. You're the problem. It doesn't matter what game you play. I mean, Final Fantasy, how many people actually played that game and made bank playing that game? But you couldn't. Why? Because you're boring. You're fucking boring, Phil. When are you going to wake up and realize that you're the problem? Now, I have some proof. I have some proof on that, and I'm actually going to do a separate video where I'm going to talk about Phil because he decided to talk about me yesterday on his stream. And, of course, your boy Duty has to milk that content. Your boy Duty has to milk the human, and I plan on doing that. And in that video, I'm going to clearly show Phil that you're the fucking problem. And I have receipts, I have stats, and I'm just going to show how clearly you're the problem, Phil. It's not what you're doing, it's not your games, it's you. Okay? But anyway, that's a separate video. Alright, so what else does Phil have to say here? We all know that the Dent streak is done. He's going to keep milking it. And a lot of this has to do with many of his Kino viewers are gone. They're back supporting the Kino guys now that they're back. I was watching their streams yesterday for a bit, and they had like 4,000 people watching their streams. So Bohi Pams and Suffer Horse and all those other Kino Dents, they're gone, Phil. They're gone. If they stop by your place every once in a while, you might get lucky. But they're back over in their home, and just listening to Kino and those folks, I don't think they're that anxious to actually make content with you, Phil. If there's a slow day or a slow streak, or they don't have much content going on, or Nick Ricada or RTU isn't doing anything, they may come back and milk you some more. But I think that that ship has sailed a long time ago, Phil. So you're going to have to find a new gimmick to try to extract the money from the Velcro wallets. Now let's keep going.
It was Zombies premiering in WWE Champions for what they're calling Toxic Rumble. It's the month-long event in October where it's all kinds of zombies in the game. We played for the first hour. We saw all the content. We were looking at the zombies. We were playing tours. And then we hit the funding goal. So I went ahead and did a mega poll, and we got some pretty good cards. We didn't get the new characters, but we ended up getting some better characters from the last couple of years. Like I think we got a Damian Priest in there that's really good. We got a Bret Hart that was really good. And so that's good. I'm going to be able to use those characters moving forward. I wasn't disappointed with the pull I did. I do wish that I had gotten some of the more modern zombies, but it is what it is. Over the course of the night, we did get some zombies. We did level them up. We did zombie tours, zombie content. I unlocked a bunch of rewards. It was a good night. Overall, unlike last month where when I started the month, I was behind and didn't really have anything going. This month, we were well equipped. We started playing. I started doing things well, explaining events to the viewers, and we had a nice chill atmosphere. We were interacting. We were chilling. We were talking about wrestling, but other things, horror, everything. It was a great stream. So I'm pleased. I'm absolutely pleased with how the WWE Champions streams are going. Generally, we hold between 250 to 350 viewers, depending on what's going on that night, and it went well. So, thank you guys to those who were there and chilled and supported. I really do appreciate that. You guys are awesome, and great stuff, okay? So, here's the deal. I'm not here tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off for the week. I know it's weird because I've only been here 4 days this week, but I told you in the beginning it was going to be a weird week, right?
All right, no one cares. No one actually cares, Phil. No one gives two shits. People are probably happy that you're off. That way they don't have to try to come up with ways to try to come up with some money to give you money because they feel bad for some reason. You're actually giving your dents a breather so that they're able to collect their pennies and make sure that when you come back they have money to give you. Now let's talk about WWE Champions. It just makes no sense. Okay, so here's some statistics for you. Phil made $178 yesterday. Of that, 109 were tips. $109 were tips, okay? So that means $69 were super chats, okay? All right. What did he do with that $109 tip, which of course came from one person, NDO. NDO dropped a $100 tip. What did he do with that? He decided to pull some fucking Hogans. That's right, he pulled some sweaty JPEGs, which, I must remind you, he didn't get the $10 pack or the 1651 pack or maybe, you know, the 49. No, he didn't do that. This motherfucker wanted to be greedy and pulled a $110 pack. It's $100 plus tax, comes out to about $110. $110. So he actually wasted more money than he actually brought in. He made $109 in tips and wasted $110 on pulls. So he walked away with what? $68 in super chats. How much of that goes to pay? How much of that goes to YouTube? 30%. So that night right there, Phil walked away with maybe $40. Maybe $40. And then God knows how much money he spent. And that's not even including the taxes that are supposed to come out of that. So he really made maybe $30. And let's not, what did he spend on DoorDash last night? Probably another $50. So this man walked away with zero money. He actually probably walked away in the hole. And yet he considers himself a successful businessman. Really, Phil? Really, you do? You sit here on stream and you talk shit about other content creators like RoboCog not making any money, that you're better than them, me, dude, you are fucking living day to day. Dude, I'm sorry. Phil doesn't live paycheck to paycheck. He doesn't live day to day. This motherfucker lives tip to tip. He lives tip to tip. Every single fucking dollar he gets, he just wastes it. It just goes right out the fucking door. And that's why he begs so much. He is so concerned that tap is going to dry out so bad, or it's going to dry out for a period, that he's going to go in financial fucking ruin. Because, let's say a couple days, the support's been slow. We know how fucking manic and panic he gets when there's like 2 days of slow support. We get the whole, I'm seeing a pattern, I don't know what's going on, help folks, I got 2 big bills coming up, my toilet isn't working, I need to pay for my lawyer, my fat wife needs Ozempic, help. That's what we get when he has like 2 days that are fucking slow. And yet he wants to sit here and act like he's such a successful streamer. Do you make money? Oh yeah. You bring in some good coin for playing video games, Phil. But what's the fucking point if you spend more than you actually bring in? Dude, that's a recipe for a disaster. And you like to sit here and claim that you have a family to protect, you have a family to take care of, you have a family to support, but yet you're fucking spending more money than you're actually pulling in, Phil. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? I seriously can't wait for the homelessness arc, where he has to fucking put his little wee behind his, you know, between his legs and go to his mom and say, we need to move in. And him and Kat have to live in the fucking bedroom, in the attic bedroom where he lived in. We're gonna be hitting Cyrax territory, folks, where Phil and Kat actually live in an attic, and Phil will be streaming from an attic. We're gonna be hitting that eventually, folks. That might be like season 18. But season 16 so far has been fire, folks. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. By the way, I got a little video I'm gonna put together where I want to make fun of Phil, especially when it comes to view counts. That's right, your boy Duty is Mr. Views, and I just want to show Phil that he's not a popular content creator, that he's pathetic. And of course, Phil always assigns money towards success. And I'm sorry, folks, money is not the end all be all when it comes to considering yourself successful. Alrighty, folks, that's all I have to say. Peace out.